Ask yourself, what's keeping you stuck? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it the belief that you're not good enough, not ready enough, not strong enough? Because none of that is true. What's true is that you've been waiting. And if you keep waiting, you'll waste years. The only person who can break that cycle is you. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to move. One action, right now. That's it. The courage to begin is stronger than the fear of what happens next. And yes, it's messy. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But it's also worth it. Every step you take becomes a brick in the foundation of the life you've always wanted. So take it. Take the step. Do the hard thing. Show up for yourself in ways you never have before. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Because no one else can live this life for you. No one else can decide to change it. This is your moment. Not next week. Not when you feel ready. Now, because if you don't change now, you never will. It starts with a choice. A quiet, powerful moment where you decide you've had enough. Enough waiting. Enough wondering. Enough living a life that doesn't reflect who you truly are. In that moment, everything begins to shift. Not because the world changes instantly, but because you do. And that change inside you sets off a ripple effect. Suddenly, things begin to move. People appear. Doors open. Opportunities reveal themselves. Not by chance, but because you chose. Because you acted. That single decision is the matchstick. And once it's lit, there's no going back. So what are you waiting for? The perfect time? There is no perfect time. There's only right now, right here. The longer you hesitate, the longer you live a life that doesn't belong to you. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need all the answers. You just need to say, I'm ready. You just need to take that first step, even if your legs shake beneath you. The moment you decide that staying the same is no longer acceptable is the moment everything begins to change. It's not the plan that changes your life. It's the decision. The courage to say, I will not live like this any longer. And with that, the fire inside begins to burn. You begin to attract the right energy, the right people, the right situations. Because you are no longer sitting on the sidelines of your own life. You're stepping in, taking control. You're writing your story, not watching someone else live it. There will be fear, there will be doubt, there will be voices inside and outside telling you that you're not ready, that it's too late, that you should stay safe. But those voices, they're not telling the truth. They're echoes of past failures, of pain, of conditioning. You don't have to listen to them. You're allowed to believe something different. You're allowed to bet on yourself, because the truth is, no one else is going to do it for you. You've been through things that could have broken you, but they didn't. You're still here. That means you're stronger than you think. Every setback, every heartbreak, every failure, it all taught you something. It built you, prepared you, and now it's time to rise. Not with perfection, not with certainty, but with commitment, with grit, with a refusal to quit, no matter how heavy it gets. You've got a vision in your mind of the life you want, a version of you that's confident, fulfilled, fearless. That version isn't a fantasy. It's a future waiting to be created. And every choice you make today either brings you closer or pushes you further away. The time to act isn't someday, it's now. Someday is a lie. It's a comfortable trap, a trick your mind plays to keep you safe. But safe doesn't lead to growth. Safe never built a legacy. There are people out there doing what you dream about. And they're not smarter than you, not luckier. They just decided. They started. They kept going, even when it was hard, even when it didn't make sense. They built momentum, and that momentum changed everything. So what about you? Are you willing to fight for your future? Are you ready to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term greatness? Because that's what it takes. Early mornings, late nights, rejection, discipline, focus. The road to your dreams is not paved in ease, it's built on effort, and not everyone's willing to walk it. But you wouldn't be here if you weren't ready. You wouldn't feel this fire if it wasn't meant for you. There will be moments when it feels like nothing's working, when progress is slow, when you're tired, frustrated, questioning everything. That's when most people quit. But that's also when champions are made. In the silence, in the grind, in the unseen hours where you choose to keep going, Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. That's where transformation happens. Every day is a new chance, a new challenge, a new opportunity to become someone you're proud of. The pain you feel today, it's shaping your strength for tomorrow. The doubt, it's the resistance you push through to become unshakable. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be relentless, to keep showing up, to keep doing the work. Your dream is waiting, not patiently, not forever. The world needs what you've got. Someone out there is waiting for your story, for your example, for your courage to give them permission to believe in their own. And if you stay quiet, if you stay still, what happens to them? You've come too far to stop now. You didn't survive everything you've been through just to stay stuck. There's more in you, more strength, more fire, more purpose. It's time to let it out. It's time to become who you were always meant to be. Step up, lean in, own your power. Because if you don't rise now, then when? This is the moment you choose. To break the cycle, to silence the excuses, to say with every ounce of your being, I will not settle, I will not give in, I will not live a life of almost. I am ready, I am capable, I am done waiting. This is my time, and nothing will stop me. There's a version of you waiting on the other side of every hard choice you make today. That version doesn't care how you feel right now. Tired, unmotivated, unsure. That version of you only cares about whether you showed up, whether you kept your promise to yourself, whether you did the work anyway. And deep down, you know that version is possible. You can feel it. But every time you let your emotions take the wheel, you drift further from becoming that person. Because feelings are comfortable, and comfort is the quiet killer of progress. Comfort convinces you that you're fine where you are, that tomorrow is a better day to start, that maybe you're not meant for more. But you are. You were built for more. And you know it. You don't need to feel ready to begin. You don't need the stars to align or for motivation to strike like lightning. What you need is a decision, one solid choice to move forward, to take control of the only thing that's ever been yours, your actions. Because at the end of the day, your feelings will fade, your doubts will pass, but your choices, they stay. They shape you. They either build you or break you. Look around. Think of the people who gave in to their feelings, who always waited until they felt like it. Where are they now? Still stuck, still wishing, still watching others do what they never had the discipline to start. That's not you. You're not meant to blend in with the crowd of excuses and wasted potential. You are meant to rise, to push, to fight for something greater. And it starts now. Not when you feel strong, not when it's easy. Now, when it's hard, when your mind is screaming to stop. That's when you prove to yourself that you're in charge, not your feelings. You'll get tired. You'll doubt yourself. You'll want to quit. But every time you hear that voice telling you to slow down, remember who's watching, your future self. The one who's counting on you to make the hard choices today. The one who's hoping you won't give in this time. And if you want to become that person, you have to earn it. Through grit, through effort, through every moment you choose discipline over ease. Discipline is doing it anyway. Getting up when the bed feels too good. Pushing through when your body says no. Ignoring the voice in your head that begs for comfort and saying, not today. Discipline is not glamorous. It's not loud. It's quiet, relentless, and powerful. And if you can master it, if you can live by it instead of by fleeting feelings, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, you cannot achieve. So don't wait. Don't sit around waiting to feel right. That moment might never come, but the moment you decide that feelings are not facts, that's the moment you take control. That's the moment your life starts changing. Your goals, your dreams, your future. They don't care how you feel. They only care if you show up. There is no secret formula, no perfect time, just action, just consistency, just you versus you every single day. And when you start moving, something shifts. Your excuses get quieter. Your doubts lose power. You build momentum. And that's when the real transformation begins. Not just in your body, not just in your success, but in your mind. You become someone who finishes what they start, someone who follows through, someone unstoppable. This is what separates those who live with purpose from those who live with regret. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's the ability to act despite how you feel. It's the choice to keep going when others stop, to grind through the resistance, to shut out the noise of your emotions and listen to your vision instead. So what's it going to be? Another day wasted waiting for motivation? Or the day everything changes because you decided to take control? You have the power. You always did. Now it's time to use it. Get up, move, act. Your future is waiting, and it's not waiting for your feelings to catch up. Let me tell you something real. If you don't rise up now, if you don't shift your mindset in this very moment, chances are you never will. Change isn't some magic that drifts in while you're sitting still. It's not something that just happens because you want it. It begins the moment you stand up and say, "This is it. I've had enough." That's when it starts. When you realize you can't live one more day settling for a life that feels too small for the person you know you could be. We've all been there. Those days when you feel like the world is moving too fast and you're barely keeping up. Days where you question everything, your worth, your ability, your future. You're not alone in that. But hear this. Life isn't going to slow down because you're tired. The challenges won't disappear just because you've had a rough week. It's up to you to rise through it. You can't wait for motivation to strike. You can't wait for the perfect time. You have to look at your current situation, no matter how stuck or uninspired it feels, and decide that it's not enough, that you want more, that you deserve more. And not just whisper it to yourself, but mean it so deeply that you're willing to do whatever it takes to change. It's not going to be easy. If it were, everyone would be living their dream life. But most people, they never even try. They build walls around their comfort, tell themselves that one day they'll make a move, but days turn into years and that one day never comes. If you don't change now, nothing around you ever will. You'll wake up to the same day, repeat the same habits, feel the same weight on your chest, that ache of knowing you were made for something greater but doing nothing about it. And that's the real pain. Not the struggle of growth, but the regret of never having tried. No one's coming to rescue you. Sure, you might have people cheering you on, and that's great. But when the pressure's on, when your back's against the wall, it's your decision that matters. Your will, your grit, that quiet fire inside you that says, no matter what, I won't give up. Because the truth is, you only get one life. And every moment you spend waiting is a moment you lose forever. Picture your life 5, 10, 20 years from now. Do you really want to look back and feel the sting of knowing you could have done more? That you could have started something powerful, something life-changing, but didn't? If you feel stuck right now, that's the sign. That's the message. Something inside you is crying out for movement, so start. Even if it's one small step, take it. Because every step forward counts, even if no one sees it yet. Think about those dreams that won't leave you alone. The ones that show up in the silence, in the late hours, whispering that you were meant for more. Those dreams aren't random. They're a glimpse into who you really are. But right now, they're just possibilities. Until you act, they're just potential. Unlived, unrealized, unfinished. Don't fall into the trap of tomorrow. It's the greatest lie we tell ourselves. That we'll change when things are easier, when life gives us a break, when we feel ready. But here's the truth. There is no perfect time. You'll never feel fully ready. You just have to move, especially when fear shows up, especially when doubt tries to keep you quiet. That's the moment you act. Fear doesn't mean stop. It means go. It means you're on the edge of something worth doing. And yes, it's scary. Growth always is. But the only way you'll ever know what you're capable of is by facing that fear and pushing through it. Comfort will lie to you. It'll tell you that staying the same is safer, easier, better. But comfort is a trap. It's where dreams fade, where ambition dies, where you lose yourself in the same routine, day after day, year after year. And the worst part? You start to believe that's all you were ever meant for. But you weren't made to live small. You weren't made to play safe. You were made to rise, to fight, to chase down the things that matter to you. And it won't be easy. You're going to fall. you're going to fail. But those failures, they're not signs you should quit. They're proof you're in the game, that you're alive, that you're trying. And if you're not failing, you're not really pushing. You're just circling around what's easy, avoiding the hard truths. But growth demands more. It demands you to become more. And the question is, will you rise to that?